My loves, how are you doing today? I hope that you're good, that your family and your loved ones are healthy, happy and safe. So I'm coming back to you today with another pick a card reading, and in this reading it's going to be all about your journey to falling in love with yourself. So it's going to be an interesting one. I'm very excited to do this particular reading, and what we're gonna see is the key elements, or what do you need to know when it comes to the next steps in your journey towards yourself, and also if there is any guidance or any advice from the from your spirit guides, and also from both our spirit guides, so that this journey could be even easier for you. And here in front of us we have 3 decks to choose from. The first option is this one, the second, and then the third one. If you would like to choose right now your option, feel free to do so. If not, you can click on the timestamp so that you can get a close-up on the back ends. You can pause the video right now and meditate on the options and see which ones are going to be calling your attention the most. As for me, I'm gonna start right away with the first option. Hello, my dear option number 1. So if you have chosen the first option, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, when I meditated on your option, I've heard certain messages that I wanted to deliver to you first before getting any cards. And I feel like your journey towards loving yourself, or towards falling in love with yourself, it's all about embracing something that is quite unique in you. It could be a way of thinking, it could be a specific belief, an information that you have, or a message that you are meant to deliver to the world. There is something really quite unique about the way that you think, or maybe even something creative that you would want to start, or that you would want to tap into and see what's going to come out of it. It could be, as an example, this is just an example, it could be anything for each and every one of you. It could be starting to read cards, and it's something that is very much not accepted in your community, or in the place that you are living in, or even in your circle of friends or family. So it could be something quite specific for each and every one of you, but it's definitely something unique and something that not everybody actually go for. And with the sirens, I'm hearing with Archangel Michael, whatever this creative endeavor that you are meant actually to take on, or that you are meant to practice in your life, or that you are meant to teach other people, it's meant to actually clarify certain beliefs that are absolutely not true, and that you are meant to give the word of clarity and the word of truth to people through this endeavor. It could be even painting, and your paintings really have behind the painting there is a message. This is really what I'm hearing for you. So let's get one card. Let's get one card for you. Teacher, absolutely. You are meant to teach something, and this is worldwide. Like, this is the crystal. I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce this word, but with this crystal, it always gives me the indication of something that is international. As you can see, it almost looks like a globe, and definitely you are meant to be a teacher. In this particular unique thing, people do not understand it because they do not have any kind of concept that is related to it. And I'm hearing that you have a natural talent into teaching this particular creative endeavor, or maybe transmitting this message of truth to people that are around you. But most importantly, I'm hearing even people all over the world. It could be that you would want to be a painter. It could be that you would want to be a teacher, as in here very much is specified in this card. It could be that you're going to be starting to blog, or starting to or write a book, and this book is going to be a big hit. So definitely I'm hearing for you, my dears, the journey towards falling in love with yourself is the journey for you to embrace a very unique quality, or way of being, or belief that very much go against the grain, but it's very important for you actually to reveal it to the whole world. So let's get some tarot cards and get more specific. It's very funny that the noise downstairs stopped as soon as I have put down this card. And the message that I'm getting from that is that you are meant really to make people think. question certain things that maybe in your surroundings are trivial or facts, but when you think about it deeper enough, you really see the illusion behind the things that we have been instructed. So you are meant to be a teacher for something new, something really that is innovative. It could be as well, if you are very much into the creative arts, it could be that you would want to paint in a very unique way, or utilize certain materials maybe that haven't been used before. But there is something quite out there and quite unique that really is going to be refreshing, not only for you to be very much in tune with yourself and to be at peace with whatever this beautiful gift that you have been given, but most importantly for everybody that is almost interacting with you and subjected to this creative endeavor. So yeah, so we in here, yeah, very funny with those two cards, because the Nine of Pentacles, it's for me something that is innate to you. It's almost like instinctive, and if you were to utilize this particular gift, as I have told you, that has been given to you, and almost you have been inspired to start or to look into, you're going to be experiencing a lot of passion, a lot of motivation, and also a beautiful almost surge of energy in your life. So with this Nine of Wands, I'm hearing that if you are thinking that you are a beginner, if you are thinking that, oh, I'm just going to be starting, and what are the chances, this card is actually telling you that energy is not about like the steps, it's not about time, it's like it's not with our logic that we need actually to learn it from scratch. I'm hearing that with this Nine of Wands, that you have capabilities actually to advance very rapidly in anything really that you are inspired to start. So yeah, Hierophant, wow. So this is the teacher card again. So if you would want to be a teacher, a professor, and actually implement certain ways of teaching other people or teaching the youngsters in a very unique way, like go for it. Like you are actually meant to do so. At the bottom of the deck we have the World. Wow. And with this World, like there is something like very international about the thing that you would want to start. It's either that you would want to actually travel the world, or even so, if you're not going to be geographically or maybe physically traveling, it could be interacting with people that are very far from you or very different in terms of their background and culture. So if you feel a nudge, go with it, because I'm hearing that you're already de facto having a lot of capabilities that you haven't been tapping into that much, because you feel like, oh, this is something that is quite different, and if I'm going to be doing it, like maybe certain people are going to be looking at me in a certain way. But as you can see in here, you are meant to shine, you are meant to stand out, and please go with your gut feeling, because I'm hearing that it's going to be taking you far, 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 like even more than what you can imagine. So please take your intuitive nudges into account. So let's get some more cards. Yeah, absolutely. So this is all about something that came to you almost as a gift at birth. So this is a very effortless talent that you have, and as you can see in here with this card, which is heredity, it's something that you have inherited, or something that has been given to you by your ancestors. But I'm hearing most importantly that your ancestors are going to be helping you throughout the way. You have a lot of ancestral assistance, and your as you can see in here with this skull, like your passed on loved ones are here with you, are supporting you, are almost encouraging you throughout this way, throughout this journey. And definitely like you can see in here with this Nine of Pentacles, in here we can see this treasure that is laid right beside this tree, and it is very much signifying that no matter your age, no matter your step, or maybe your situation at this particular moment. If you were to start this endeavor, you're gonna experience like a very rapid development, and also you're going to be at a certain point which is very, very soon, like compared to other people that are trying to get into this particular field. You're gonna get into the highest of the levels and even have the capability to be a teacher, not only a disciple. So let's get one more card. Yeah. So with this accusation, I'm hearing that you could be someone that actually can convey the truth, or maybe can convey like an injustice. As you can see, like this person is sitting, this is a judge, and is sitting and trying to like almost, let me just show you what I'm seeing. Look at those two cards. You have this clarity of mind to actually see the truth and the illusion and whatever the things really that are around you, or the things that you have been fed throughout your life. So it doesn't matter. You might think, oh, I'm just going to be starting to write. I feel like I want to start to write, but yes, like this is just something that is for me. I'm not going to be thinking anything out of it, but the what's gonna come out of it, it's something really extraordinary. All right. So in here, it's all about something that has been given to you. It's not something that you need to learn. It's just something that you need to tap into. All right, something that you need to start. So let's get two more cards. Queen of Pentacles. So it's as you can imagine, for the in the traditional illustration of the Queen of Pentacles, she's someone that is sitting down having a pentacle on her hand. So it's something that was handed into your hands, like something that you were born with. It's not really something that you need to do a lot of effort into establishing or into learning. So it could be something that comes out from past lives, especially with this water. I'm hearing that it's something that you have learned and almost excelled in some past lives before, but it's all about this first stone, or maybe this first step, and following obviously with all this water, following your intuition and your intuitive nudges. One more card. So how about your journey to falling in love with yourself? Six of Pentacles, and this one came out. I wanted to be before from the deck, but I wanted to actually keep the World as the top, or maybe the bottom of the deck. But with this Six of Pentacles, it's all about exchanging. It's all about almost, it could be that you would want actually to connect with people that are very different from you when it comes to the way of thinking, and starting to talk and starting to exchange ideas. But with this Six of Pentacles, it's almost like you're working not alone. It's like you're working with a whole team, a spiritual team, but also your ancestors are very much present in this reading. And all I can tell you is your journey to falling in love with yourself. It's all about not only seeing your differences as something that you need to hide, or something that might be ways for you to be accused, but most importantly, you need to take them as a gift, and see them as your own talent, see them as something that the world actually needs for you to actually shine through. Like you need to make it known to the world. Like it's almost like the world needs whatever the thing that you are willing to do, or whatever this very beautiful creative endeavor that you would want to start. So let me give you one last card. Is there anything else that you need to know? Music. Yeah. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So I'm hearing, like, you look at this fairy in here, she's chanting like she's playing her own music, and other fairies that are following her. So you are meant to be a leader. A lot of people are gonna follow you, but it's time for you to almost sing to your own rhythm or play your own rhythm. It's time for you to reclaim your uniqueness, because it's very refreshing for the world. And as you can see in here, this card is very green. Follow your heart and your intuition, and it's definitely going to be leading you to extraordinary places. All right, so this is what I see for you, my dear option number one. If you have enjoyed the reading, or if you would want to watch other pick a card readings that I'm going to be doing in the future, feel free to subscribe and also like the video, comment, and I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye bye. Hello, my dear option number two. So if you have chosen the second group, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, I wanted to deliver certain messages that I have heard for you when I was shuffling your cards. And I'm hearing that the journey towards falling in love with yourself, it's all about, first and foremost, starting to use your voice. I'm hearing that sometimes you use words, but you don't use your voice. Let me just explain to you what I would like to convey to you by this message. Is sometimes you would want to say something, but just for the sake of not really rocking the boat, or just that, oh, it doesn't matter, oh, it's okay, then you choose other words that are not almost those words is not what you would want to voice out. So definitely your journey involves using your voice, and also not really overthinking or maybe thinking too much before saying the exact thing that you would want to say from the heart. The Moon. So with this Moon card, I'm hearing that you're someone that is very secretive, and someone that you don't want to show yourself completely to the whole world. And especially with this fox, I'm hearing that, and also with these tentacles, I'm hearing that you have trouble actually showing yourself just the way that you are. It could be that maybe at a certain point in time, certain people have taken advantage of your good nature, or there were certain people that were not very much that didn't respect your boundaries, and now you felt like it's better actually for you to retract, and it's better to show a certain image of yourself that is very much different from who you are. It's almost a way for you to protect yourself, but at the same time, it's very difficult for the right people that are meant for you actually to be, for you to be connecting with them if they're not capable to see you just the way that you are. So definitely I'm hearing that this is really the message that I have heard earlier, which is you use words that you don't want to voice out, or you use certain words that are not the same as the words that you would want to voice out. So it could be that out of respect, or out of certain norms or certain criteria that are in your culture or your community, there is an like almost it is accepted for people to actually take a lot and not really talk back, or not really say or voice the things that they would want exactly like in their life. But the cards are actually asking you not to necessarily to open yourself up to everybody and allow anybody really to see who you are, especially if you don't feel safe to do so, but to allow certain people that you feel safe with to see the truest image of who you are. And also with these tentacles, as you can see in here, like octopus, generally they go in any kind of shape or form. And I'm hearing that it's not safe for you to be that exact way that you are, especially if you are in an environment that is a little bit too judgmental, or that people that are maybe that have certain ideas that are very much different from people that are around them. They are almost pointed out by the fingers, or there is something that is not really easy for you. It's not really an easy process, and I know that for sure, like even for me or for many people, it's not easy for us to be almost vulnerable and to be almost open with everybody. But the message with this card is actually to choose people that you feel that you can vibe with, that people that are not judgmental, people that are open-minded, and just accept yourself within those circumstances and within those groups, and allow your truest image to actually emerge. Let's get some cards. So what is your journey towards falling in love with yourself? Yeah. So for you, my dears, I feel like towards your life, maybe you have struggled. Wow. You have struggled a little bit from people that were a bit spiteful, or that just were not comfortable within themselves, and then when they see that someone really is standing out, someone that is talented, beautiful, whatever the thing that you are doing, it could be even that you have a beautiful voice and you like to sing, or you have a very much a capability to be a very famous singer, or someone really that has like a certain very beautiful talent that you would want to show the world. But you feel like as soon as you are portraying these very unique qualities of yours, there are lots of people that come towards you and would want to actually almost pin you down. It's almost, I'm feeling like this screw on the wall that is a little bit out, and all the screws needs to be completely immersed in the wall. So as soon as a screw wants to come out of the wall, here comes the hammer, and then they would want actually to put it in its right place. So this is really what I see for you. I know that it's not easy, and it's quite a challenging process, but what I can tell you is that you can see with those two cards, they're almost contradicted. We have the 6 and the 7, and this is really what is needed from you at this particular moment, is just to see that there are certain circumstances where it's very like it's more appropriate for me not really to reveal who I am, and to just retract from interacting very deeply with people. And there are other circumstances, or maybe other groups of people that as much as they would want that you would want to be unique, and you would want to be shining and glowing, they actually are even more gonna cheer you up. They're going to be encouraging you and supporting you. So what I can tell you, my dear, is that deep down within yourself, allow yourself to actually enjoy and also be proud of whatever this beautiful trait that you have. It could be that you are physically very attractive and beautiful, and you feel like you need to dim your light when you are around certain people that are quite insecure. But when you're gonna have the opportunity, or when you are having the opportunity to be with people that you know that they are supportive, that they are rooting for you, allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to actually sparkle your light and glow from the inside out. So let's get some additional cards. Compromise. Yeah, and it's almost like those two cards, and then here you are really the judge of who are the people that you should be close to your heart, and people that you would want to actually keep at arm's length. So this is all about connecting with people, choosing the right ones that are going to be supporting you, encouraging you, because I'm hearing that you have a little bit of trouble to actually allow yourself to be who you are, and it's very much understandable, especially in the circumstances where like every interaction with people, especially that have those tendencies to hate on others, or maybe to give certain remarks that are not very nice. I'm hearing that it's time for you actually to identify those people and to do what you can and do what you do. I'm hearing that you are doing a great job actually to keep them at arm's length. But when you are interacting with like very encouraging, very positive people that are there to cheer you up and to almost encourage you to be who you are, allow yourself to shine bright, like within those circumstances and those environments. And I'm hearing that with this egg, especially with this moon card, it's almost like you have been inside this egg for a very long time. Like people do not know you deeper than the surface. But I'm hearing that your journey is almost towards coming back to your home, coming back to your tribe, your soul family, and you're gonna do so by actually communicating with people that are that vibe with you, with on the same wavelength, or with whom you share certain beautiful activities or maybe creative endeavors. I'm hearing with those two flowers, it could be that if you have something that you would want to try, or maybe that you would want to tap into, it's time to connect with people that you share something with. It's not only about, yes, we have been born in the same family, or like we work in the same environment or in the same company. It's time for you to seek certain people that share like very creative activities with you, and also people that are not insecure into like they have their own talents and they have their own life put together, and they're not going to be almost threatened just by the fact that you are someone that has a lot of talent, or that you are very attractive, or that you have certain qualities that maybe certain people feel a little bit envious of. So let's get some cards. So your journey towards falling in love with yourself. Page of Pentacles. And Queen of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck we have the Fool. So with this Fool card, I'm hearing communicating with people, and in here with this Queen of Pentacles, communicating with people that you feel like they are stable, you feel like they are in a good place in their life, and they are also emotionally stable. So when it comes to people that you are interacting with, like the way that you would need to identify people to actually pull towards you, and people that you need to keep at arm's length, is their level of groundedness. Are they people that are very much triggered by anything and by everything in their life? It's not, it doesn't have to be just by you. It could be just the way that they talk about themselves or talk about other people. This is a very clear indicative for you to actually identify who are the people that you would want really to keep very close into your inner circle, and people that you would need to actually let them just go, or let them be like a little bit away from you. With this Knave of Pentacles, I'm hearing that you already know what you are doing, but the only thing that I can actually tell you is not to fool yourself deep down and like tell yourself that you are portraying in general a false image of who you are, but you are doing the right thing for portraying your inner truth to the right people. And this is really what you need to keep to yourself, and do not dim your light inside of you. Keep it shining and glowing, and only invest in relationships that are there for you to be supported and to be encouraged. So lastly, I wanted to give you one last card. Is there anything else that you need to know? And if you enjoy Bouquet card readings, my dear, feel free to subscribe and also to like the video if you have enjoyed it. Let's get one last card. Go outside. It's time for you to go outside, tune in to the powerful peace of nature wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. So it's all about groundedness again. Go outside, be grounded, and your relationships, like there is a need for you actually at this particular moment to seek relationships that are grounded, that are not frivolous, and also or volatile, as in someone that is like behaving in a very good manner one day, and then another day they're like all over the place. It's time for you just at this particular moment just to identify those relationships and to see where you are standing when it comes to them and in regards to those people. And I'm hearing with this go outside, it's like let this like bright light get out to the world, like from the inside out, as I have told you already. Like, let your glow and your light shine from within. And I'm hearing that sooner than later you're gonna meet some wonderful people that are going to be willing to see this light that you have, and also encourage you and support you throughout the way. So this is what I have for you, my dear option number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye. Hello, my dear option number 3. So if you have chosen the third option, welcome guys to your reading. So first of all, I wanted to deliver certain messages that I have heard for you when I was shuffling the cards. And first and foremost, I have heard that there is a need for you to just identify what are the things that are good for you and not. So it could be when it comes to relationships, it could be when it comes to your habits, it could be anything really that is connected to your life or to your body or to your mind. It could be a thought patterns or a thought pattern, or it could be a specific person that you feel like, oh, what should I do about this, and is it really the right thing for me to do it or not? Like, the first step for you at this particular moment is just to allow yourself to see the truth in the matter and just to make a choice. Is this thing good for me or not? And then afterwards, what you're gonna do about it, it's another thing. It's another step of the way. You can actually choose either way, but if you are not willing to identify what are your options, then it's very difficult for you to actually pick one option or the other. So if you are right now, if we are talking about a specific habit, just tell yourself, is this habit good for me or not? If it is a yes, then allow yourself to do it like without feeling any type of guilt, or without feeling any type of unpleasant feelings. If it is not, then you can actually think about what you're gonna do about it afterwards. But the first step is actually to say, is it something good or is it something bad? Secret temptation, being led astray. So you can see in here this man, they have this person in here, he has like two eagles, or like on the left and on the right. But I'm hearing like especially with this very strong gaze of this particular person, like it gives me the indication of a great determination actually to almost close a chapter or something that has been lingering in your life for a very long time. As you can see in here, like you have been thinking about it, you have been actually trying to make a decision about it. It could be even a relationship, and you don't like it's almost like a never-ending cycle that you have been in, and now it's time for you actually to pick one path instead of the other. But it's time for you actually to see, like with the secret temptation, it's time for you actually to seek what is like this particular habit, or what is this particular relationship truly, what is the impact that it has on me, what it has on my well-being, on my mental state, on my emotions. It's time for you actually to sit down and to see what is the impact, or what is the actual influence of this particular thing, and also to clearly determine what are your options, and actually see that you definitely have an option and you have a way out, but it's time for you to actually see it for yourself. So it could be when it comes to your friendships. So it could be anything really that has been bothering you for a very long time, but it's just that you haven't taken enough time to see things clearly and to determine the effects on this particular relationship or habit on you. So yeah, 10 of Wands, King of Pentacles. So whatever the thing that you are thinking about, if you feel like, oh, if I'm going to be letting it down or moving away from it, like what am I going to do? And is it really something that I should truly consider? Like those cards are telling you that if you were to let down or maybe to let go of those burdens, you're going to be just fine. It's just the fear of letting go of those burdens that is lingering in your mind. But this particular King of Pentacles is someone that is very grounded, and this person, they find a way out, and like even in the desert. So this is someone that is very resourceful. And if you feel like, as an example, I'm gonna let go of this particular group of friends because they're very toxic, they are very demeaning, and they are really having a very negative impact on me, I'm gonna like be without friends, and I'm going to be starting again to try to have another group. Or this King of Pentacles, you have all the capabilities to be friends with anybody, and with like within any kind of social circumstances. You are very much sociable, and where even if you think, oh, I'm not really talkative, or I'm not someone that mingles very easily with other people, but when you do connect with people, you connect in a very deep way. So definitely there is, if you have certain worries that if you were to let go of this particular habit or relationship, that you're going to be left out with anything, with nothing. This card is telling you that it's not, absolutely not true. Yeah, it's time for you to pick yourself up and to go to calmer waters, because your mind and in your heart, they cannot actually sustain a healthy, like a healthy, like there is an unhealthy environment that you know about, and that you know that there is a need for you to do something about it. But it's time for you to make a decision, actually, to move on from it. Yeah, the Five of Cups is all about, as you can see in here, like with those Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups, I have seen it many times when I was shuffling your cards, and it's all about friendship, social gatherings, and also people that we connect with. You feel like, if I'm going to be letting go of them, and you can see those Three of Cups are spilled, I'm gonna be left with nothing. But sooner than later, there is a beautiful connection, relationship, or like a social environment that is going to be even healthier for you, and within, you're going to be very much fulfilled very deeply. All right, so let go of any kind of disturbances, or especially if people that are around you, or certain specific people, are very argumentative. They're always giving you advice, they're always maybe telling you what to do, and it's really something that is bothering you for a very long time. But you feel like, oh, I have been friends with this person for 10 years, for 20 years, and they're just who they are, and I need to accept that. There is nothing really that I can do. It's time for you to actually see for yourself that you have the option, actually, to let go of this relationship, of this habit, of whatever this thing that we are right now looking into. All right, you have the option, and then afterwards you have also the option to move on from it. But first and foremost, you need to identify that you will be just fine without it. All right, you have the option, and then making the decision actually to move on from it, it's like almost another step. But this is the first step that is needed for you, actually, to see for yourself. Yeah, this is like almost like a worry that this thing, it's giving you something that if it was not, if this particular thing was not there, you're gonna feel isolated, you're gonna feel lonely, you're gonna feel like, oh, there is something that is missing. And now that I have letting go of it, what am I gonna do with my life? What am I gonna do with this? It could be, as an example, I'm hearing for some of you, it could be food, it could be anything really that has certain like not always positive effects. As an example, if you feel a little bit down and you go for food, or you go for comfort in whatever the thing that you go for, if you feel like, oh, this thing is giving me those feelings, and if I'm going to be restraining yourself from it, I'm going to be almost not allowing myself to access this particular comfort. So it's time for you, actually, to look for comfort in healthier places. And we're gonna look into that with the next deck. But when it comes to, as an example, habits that are related to your diet, or to your maybe you over exercise, or you don't exercise enough, or you overwork, or it really doesn't matter. It could be different for each and every one of you. We're gonna see what are the alternatives. So let's get one more card from this particular deck. Yeah, tranquility. At the bottom of the deck, yeah, it's... I haven't seen the bottom of the deck for any of the previous options, but I felt called to look at this bottom of the deck for your option. And as you can see in here clearly, it says possibilities. Picking one, which is selection, action that is connected to your destiny, choice, and decision. So you have all the options that are right in front of your hands, and it's almost like you are not capable to see them because you feel like I cannot, is it really the right thing for me to do or not? But it's time for you to actually see things for exactly what they are. With this number 4-4, look for your own well-being. Your well-being, it's not to be taken it's to be taken seriously, and it's time for you actually to see it as a priority. It's not really something that you need to overlook just for the sake of keeping something that has expired for a very long time. Again, it could be a relationship, or maybe a certain behavior that you have and that you have been thinking about like for a very long time, and you feel like, oh, maybe I will do it tomorrow, or I will do it by Monday. But it's time for you actually to make a decisive decision when it comes to, is this thing good for me, is it not? And then afterwards establish the right step actually to go to a healthier place, to a more harmonious environment. So what is the alternative when it comes to this particular thing that you would want to let go of? The High Priestess. So I'm hearing that you're gonna be establishing a deeper connection with your angels and with your guides, and I'm hearing that you're going to be almost getting certain intuitive nudges or spiritual messages from your spirit guides and from your angels. And definitely your intuition is going to be on point, and it's going to be even strengthened in the future, as in rediscovering that your intuition has a say. And when everything is going to be all right, you're gonna feel like, thank God I have listened to my intuition, and now that I am in a very tranquil environment, I feel like even in the future I'm not going to be hesitating to make the right choices for me. So what is the alternative is actually to allow spiritual assistance. And I'm hearing that for some of you, you feel like you need to do everything. Oh, now it's focused. So you feel like you need to do everything by yourself, or you feel like in this life there is a need for you to think about everything or establish a very specific plan for you. But there is a need for you actually to it could be through writing or even speaking it out to your angels and guides, actually allow them to intervene and to disconnect you from anything that is harming any aspect of you. It could be harming your mental state, your heart, your your tranquility, just your sense of well-being in general. So you could do it as a prayer, as in, please, angels, archangels, and guides in universe, please disconnect me from anything that is harming me in any kind of way without any kind of disturbances. And this is something that I advise a lot of people to do, because this is something that I do myself. And just so you know, like certain relationships that have been very harmful for me, I didn't want to get into any kind of argument, because it's very much draining. I just prayed to my angels that those relationships would actually disappear from my life without me getting any kind of unnecessary arguments. And this is exactly what happened. It's almost like those people, they have disconnected from me, that they didn't want to connect with me. And I was really astonished by how easy it was for me actually to detach from those toxic environments. So definitely the thing that you're gonna gain, and the most important one, and that you're gonna feel how strong relying on your spiritual team and on your spirit guides can be, and also how much strength can give you as an individual. So let's get one more card. What is the alternative when it comes to you letting go of those relationships or habits? The Death card, a complete transformation, a complete transformation. It's almost like sometimes we feel like, oh, I cannot do that, and what if I am gonna do this, what is gonna happen? And then when you're gonna do it and you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm just fine, like everything is just fine, I feel great, you're gonna almost discover how strong you truly are. And with this Death card, I'm hearing that you're going to be even bolder in the future to get into certain things maybe that you have been thinking about, and you felt like, oh, what are the chances, or is it really good for me or not? Like this decisiveness that you're gonna get from this very small, almost a first step or very small exercise or lesson in your life, is going to be opening the doors to new endeavors, to new experiences, to new adventures in your life. And you're going to be willing to take the risk, because you're gonna know right now, you're gonna know very deeply that you are very much spiritually supported and guided towards whatever the thing that you are making the decisive choice into attaining. And in here we can say with this action, with like destined action, like you're gonna see that your choices, there is this destiny that is connected also to your choices, and also to your destinations in general. And there is you are very much guided towards this particular destination. So if you feel like, because with those Six of Swords and this card, I feel very deeply that for a very long time you felt like you are meant maybe to travel to another place, or travel or do something that is very far, like a place that is very far from where you are at this particular moment. It's in your destiny and it's meant for you, but it's time for you to let go of any kind of unnecessary burden. All right, so let me give you one last card. And if you enjoy pick a card readings, feel free to subscribe and also like the video if you have enjoyed it. So let's get one last card. Is there anything else that you need to know? Celebration. Yeah, get ready and let your hair down and celebrate. It's time for you to go out to dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. So your guides are inviting you somewhere else, somewhere that is pretty much unknown to you, and somewhere where you're gonna feel very happy, very fulfilled. It's time for you to actually see the blessing in going to another place, going to another relationship, letting go of something that has expired, as I have told you earlier. And it's time for you to see what the world can actually bring you, and what the universe can bring you in your life in general. So this is what I have for you, my dear option number 3. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will connect with you next time. Bye.